shakedown run of 2023. There goes our VVT. That means we've hit 140 degrees. We're halfway to warm up. We've got the C60 transmission in place. I've got my charge pipe, intercooler. We got gas. We got oil. We got whatever else we need. Shakedown run starts now, baby. Let's go. So, in terms of fueling and setup, everything is exactly the way that it was when I left Durham Town back in 2022. Now, you guys know we just had a Durham Town trip, but the buggy didn't make it because of a issue with the clutch. Here we are on this beautiful day here in Florida, and we're gonna shake this thing down, see if we can break something. Oh, that's right. Reverse isn't over there, by the way, guys. Reverse is no longer on that side. So if you're driving the buggy, we're now doing like a Euro reverse where we're all the way over and forward. Reverse works. Clutch grabs. And we're off. We're not quite up to full temperature yet, but again, just doing a shakedown run here, making sure the gears shift. Hey, it shifts! Look at that! Second gear actually sounds like second gear. Because remember, first gear is the same on this transmission as it was on the old transmission. So that part hasn't changed. And to me, it feels identical. But here's the part that's so different. A second gear, it's actually like before, it just sounded like I went to like fourth gear every time I go to second. Oh, this is better. Fourth gear. We've never used fourth. We're at fourth gear. This is the highest gear we have. We're doing 33 miles an hour at 2,000 RPM. We're down to third. Shift to the third. We're down to second. That second gear is so nice. Those Mirage transmissions have this huge gap between first and second. Not this baby. Works good. It's a little bit more tricky to get it into first, I think, than it was previously, but remember, first was that one gear that we had a little bit of, the synchros are too big, so I actually had to sand down a little bit of that synchro just to get it to fit. So it's not great, but I think for that reason it sticks in first. It's come to a complete stop. Alright, went into first then. When I came to a complete stop, it went into gear. Now because I've hard mounted that transmission, I definitely have some vibration that's coming through the steering wheel and the backrest, the seat, a little bit more so than what I've been used to with the soft mounts, but honestly it's not a game changer, and I honestly don't think that anybody who hasn't driven this as much as I would even notice. In third gear it's not really noticeable, in second gear there's a little bit of vibration coming through, but not bad. I do need to work out the alignment still, because it's definitely getting darty, and that's the new rear end. The back end. Whoa. I think it's dartier, but ultimately it's grippier, if that makes sense. When we're rolling like that, I have a very hard time dropping into the first. So I guess if I'm rolling, I'll just either have to stop. And you know what, guys? This is the first time this transmission's been run after a rebuild. But it may just need time to break in, is what I'm saying, because it's all brand new synchros and everything. so far the back end feels great with exception of the dardiness, but it really feels planted. And when I was whipping it back and forth over there, I could really feel the back end grabbing and digging in really well. And that's a combination of, well, better camber. I think I've got too much toe in on the rear is what it is. Ooh, should we try launch control? That would be wild, wouldn't it? I'd probably brake first gear on this grass because I've got traction. That was my fault. I missed third, but I did hit a first to second flat shift there, and that was okay-ish. That was the fastest I've ever gotten it in second gear. There was no problem getting it in second. It shifted fast. In fact, I'm going to show you guys that one more time because it shifts much faster. Second shift, man, with the boost, with the flat shifting, that is violent. That picked the front end up, and it smacked my head into the backrest hard. You know, everybody says these C60s are clunky and all of this and that, but you know, honestly, so far, not really any problems. Like, and this is the first drive after a brand new rebuild, so it's only going to loosen up. I've got cheap oil in this gearbox, and that'll get replaced. It's just amazing. Okay, those little flat shifts, not executed well, but they were flat shifts. Right here. Oh. Mild flat foot shifting. Are thinking, dude, let it rip, but until I sort out this dardiness of the back end and get the alignment right, it's actually very sketch. All I can feel is the whole back end doing this the whole time. But I am kind of curious what kind of speeds we can accomplish in third gear, because third gear is going to be the one, I think, that I'm blasting the most. It gives me that good 40 to probably 80 mile an hour range. I do just want to see what kind of speeds third gear is capable of. So we're in third gear, turning 2,500 RPM, approximately 30 mile an hour. Crank her up. Okay. That is so sketchy. Alright, so it's definitely capable of 80 or probably 90 in third gear. Because I think I only hit 6,000 and I hit 70, so... Alright, that's it, guys. Just wanted to get a few miles on her. So first shakedown run was a success, more so than I thought it would be. A couple of minor things that I don't like that I'm going to change, mainly the, and really it's hard to get the alignment right on this machine until I got it onto the trailer. And then once it's on the trailer, you can see how much toe in there is. Look, the gap here versus the gap there. And then same thing on this side. So I probably got, that's too many degrees. That could be as much as 8 degrees toe in on the rear end as a whole. It's too much. That's why it's so darty. but I like the camber. Look at that. It just doesn't feel safe at over 55. Well, it feels okay at 50 to 70, but at 70, it feels sketchy.
3 days later.
Oh, I forgot to mention one change. This is probably the biggest change, is I straightened out the rear end of the buggy. Before, I had a lot of toe in. I was saying in that other video that it felt really darty back and forth. Two things that I didn't even think about in that video. Number one, I just put an LSD in the thing, so of course the back end was feeling way more planted. I kept saying in the video, like, oh man, the back end is like darty, but really planted. I completely forgot it's got an LSD for its first time ever. So that's awesome. But then I fixed that toe in, and if I had to estimate, it probably had like 12 degrees of toe in on the rear end. Maybe not that much. Maybe like 8 degrees. I don't know. It was a lot. That's all I know. So no wonder the rear end was really darty. It should be a lot less darty because I probably took like 6 to 8 degrees out of it. The back end feels way better. Trying to keep her down, but she keeps wanting to pop that nose up. Guys, this project's been wild for a while. It scares me now. It's never scared me before. So this is 28 pounds of boost is the highest I've seen so far. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit 30 pounds, to be honest. I need some more weight. Okay, so this thing does legitimately frighten me now. It's never really scared me before. It's been wild. It's been intimidating. It's been be careful if you're driving it, if you're a new person. It's even been a little bit be careful if I'm driving it, and I've been driving this thing at every power level for a couple of years now. But right now, this does scare me. 28 pounds of boost is a lot. It's more than I thought it would be. And that probably translates, let's see, 30 pounds of boost did 324 at the wheels. Right? Was that what it did? Yeah, it did 324 with 30 pounds. So at 28 pounds, this is about 300 horsepower. And it is lifting the front end almost every time. Now, it's very hard to hit boost, to hit that high level of boost well, it's impossible in first gear. You guys saw I dug some trenches going across here. That was fun. But I can't get to 28 pounds of boost until I hit third gear. So if I were to put it in fourth gear, I might be able to hit 30 pounds in fourth gear at high RPM. But at high RPM, with that kind of power in fourth gear, let me put it to you this way. I'm glad I took fifth and sixth gear out of this transmission. Right now, third gear it's frightening, third gear. Fourth gear, even though the actual acceleration and the G-forces are probably going to be stronger in third gear than they would be in fourth gear, fourth gear, we're doing those same G-forces, but we're now doing it at 80, 90, 100 miles an hour or more. So it just ups the ante a lot. And I don't know if you guys can see, I know I'm on a GoPro and I just did that run way back there, so you probably did not get even the slightest bit of indication of how fast this thing actually is. I really wish you guys could experience what this thing feels like in third gear with 30 pounds of boost on it. I know who will get to experience it. Got to get his freaking sticker off my gas tank. I'm like a driving billboard for Rather Be Welding.